on. So, welcome back to the Be Light podcast, man.
2026.
2026, the first inaugural season starting back 2026. Be Light podcast. We in here. Go ahead, talk to me.
Inaugural episode of the 2026 season.
The inaugural episode. Thank you for completing that statement.
There we go.
Right way. I don't know what I was trying to say, but it's your boy K.Sloan, aka Coach Juice. Here with the homies.
Jay Jones, aka Jay Jones. You know what I'm talking
about? We got the brain.
It's your boy Nate G.
Then we got the wise, the walk, the wisdom.
Crazy man, DeMarcus, man. He
Mr. Livingo.
Mr. Livingo, if you know,
you know.
You know.
No. So things have been different, man. We got a lot of pops on the podcast. All pops now.
All pops.
Dads, man. I remember there was a time when there were only a few dads on this podcast, and now it's all dads. So we got a lot of wisdom now as a group. Boys is advancing in life, man. Personally, mine's driving me crazy. I got a couple of new gray hairs, which is why I'm wearing the hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go bald like Nate in a minute.
Hey, I know y'all see this on
bald. Yeah, I get it now. I never understood being bald until recently. It's like I feel like when you bald, there's no way to be unserious.
DeMarcus, what you doing, bro? I just gotta know. I ain't gonna like you.
That's why DeMarcus couldn't stay bald, because he still. When he used to be bald, he was way more serious.
Okay. This bald, he was way more serious.
He was way more serious when he was bald. Remember when DeMarcus was bald? What you got hair for?
I'm still bald. I just haven't got my hair.
Why you got hair for? Do like Nate. Get back locked in, bro. Nate got us locked in with the nonprofit and everything. Bald head.
Is bald wisdom? Like you gotta be
yes.
Oh, okay.
Ask Nate.
That sun hits your head different when you bald and shit.
No, they got a whole song for bald head people now.
Yeah, I know. We just laughing at it.
No, how y'all been though?
Man, tired. Like you said, I'm the newest pop. So mine be running around throwing stuff and picking up balls and just throwing them, and you just can't stop them right now. I was like, man, I can't wait till you start walking and talking.
No, we all say that until they start walking and talking.
Yeah.
I can't sit down and do nothing. I can't chill. Like every time, stop. No, don't eat that. Stop. No, I'm trying to play the PlayStation. No, stop. Just turn the TV off and it's me and you at this point. You and I.
Just keep in mind, this is his world, and you just a part of it.
That part. Yeah. So I'm figuring that out, but it's going good. I'm getting sleep when I can. I took a 2-hour nap earlier, like an old man. So
good.
On New Year's Eve, I slept instead of pop fireworks. Like an old man,
That was crazy. When I hit you up and I was like, "What you doing for New Year's?" and you was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be at home." I was like, "Bro, I ain't never known Jarrell Jones not to be outside on a holiday, like big outside, not like just y'all be taking trips and
Lakers games.
Lakers, yeah." I was about to say, I was like, "What you mean? This is pops."
Yeah.
Nate, what's good with you? What you got going on these days, man? Out there in H-Town.
Dad life, shit, work life, promotions and whatnot. Area manager, which is nothing more than most stress. 5 times the bullshit to deal with. 5 times the good stuff to deal with. Positivity for the beginning of the year.
With more power comes more responsibility.
Hey.
Batman.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Not Batman.
Not Batman. Now Batman, all right.
Spider-Man, actually.
I don't be watching cartoons. I don't know.
They got Marvel versions that's grown now. But DeMarcus, what you got going on, bro?
School, work, life, everything. I was educated now.
You in school, ain't it?
We all got the degrees.
Yeah. That's amen, brother.
Black men. with degrees.
You know, and most education is that real world application education. So you've been had that.
Been
Yeah,
had that.
I'm doing it the reverse way. I got the real world application. Now I'm just trying to prove to people that I have it by a piece of paper that the world kind of solidifies that you're educated.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's some real bullshit that you gotta have a paper to validate what you really know.
You know why? You really know why? Because there's so many stupid ass people. They can only believe it because they can't have like an educated conversation and be like, oh yeah, this nigga smart too. Like, oh, this nigga got a paper. He got to be one of the good ones. Like, he passed.
He's
That's
safe.
why.
It don't make us smart. I ain't gonna lie.
Hire him.
I know some ones with the paper.
That's dumb as a box of rocks. It's really crazy.
My grandma called them educated fools. That's what my grandma called them.
That fool. I low key rather have the I ain't gonna say street smart, but the world of smarts than the book smarts. Because the book smarts really they don't tell you most of the stuff you need in the world.
And the other
They
side,
don't teach you stocks. They don't teach you saving money. They don't teach you, ways to do things in the real world. If I know American history, how does that save me?
for real. I mean, it can look.
I mean, no, yeah, so you don't repeat it. But I'm saying, like, if I'm a master in American history, but I don't know how to save money or 401ks or IRA,
That's why care is a great word, application. I mean, you can have all the knowledge in the world. I mean, even the Bible talks about knowledge. It's like, what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Like what you apply. So knowledge is great, but if you can't apply it or use it, then it's just there for a bragging right.
Yeah, it's just different, and it's crazy too. Like with the spiritual side of things, like the fact that we really can't teach spirituality, if you will, in a school setting, kind of doesn't really give you a total view of knowledge anyway, right? It's like information in a vacuum because it's like everybody can apply what you know differently depending on where your moral compass is. Like you can know certain things, but what you do with it, there's a whole nother level to knowing how to handle what you have. Like you never really explicitly get taught that unless you get taught in the home. So that's a whole nother conversation. But let's get to it. Y'all know how we do on the podcast, man. We like to have conversations surrounded around mental health, controversies, different topics. Just kind of y'all keep that in mind. It's been a while. So all our viewers, if we ruffle your feathers, if you feel disrespected, if you feel slighted, hit dogs bark.
And take your hit dog ass up with K.Sloan.
Don't bring it to me. They're gonna fall upon deaf ears. I ain't listening. You ain't rocking with the podcast. Be gone with your broke. No, it's playing. You probably got some money.
Oh, hey,
Wow, we're aggressive.
ruffling feathers.
I be like podcasts. We here for
What
love.
what day of January is this?
Third day. Third day. The third day.
Feel like podcast was canceled on the third day of January.
Hey man, you know what? Like, nah, bro, can't cancel this. Anyway, so first
We're
topic.
gonna keep it going either way.
You know what they can? Don't nobody pay us. Y'all remember that. Don't nobody pay us.
Yeah.
When we get these sponsorships,
we'll act a little bit differently. If y'all want to talk, holler at us. Hey. But right now, we free.
Yeah, we the brand though. We the brand. So on to that point, DeMarcus brought a great topic up. You want to bring that topic up, DeMarcus, since you kind of rephrased it a little bit from what we had originally conversed about, but I think it's a good topic. So let's dive into
that. Just talking about at what point is loving yourself detrimental to your environment, society, work life, family? Is there a such thing as too much self-love?
It can be too much anything.
And when I say too much self-love, just at a point to where you are fully indulged in yourself, at a point to where probably, I guess that's the line. Trying to figure out where's the line to where it's too much, to where maybe You can't be
You lose.
chastised. You can't be corrected. You don't have any other perspectives outside of yourself.
I think it's a question really of balance. Like when do you turn love into, I don't know if it's self worship or what, but something that makes yourself above reproach, where you really do lose the balance of being able to one just like consider the people who are around you and how your actions are going to impact like your immediate world and the world period. But if you, I think if you do lose that, like I don't even know that we can really call that self love anymore necessarily, right? So to say is there too much self love? Yeah, sure, because it'll cross the line at some point, and I think it turns into something else when it crosses that line. But you should have like a very healthy amount of like love for yourself. I think to not necessarily toe that line, but to where your cup should be very full of yourself at the same time, if that makes sense.
I think I think it's dangerous waters to tell somebody not to love themselves in any capacity. Um, I think that when you are now hurting others from being self-consumed, and now you start to get to that dark side of things, whereas you got so many people out here that are narcissistic, right? So when you talk about like a narcissist, to me, a narcissist is somebody that cannot see outside of themselves. Like that's not self-love, that's narcissism, that's so overly consumed with self to where it's everything is operating about me first, which I think that's unhealthy. But I
So
go ahead.
to tag on to what you just said, do you start out being a narcissist or can you grow into being a narcissist? Because that's kind of parallel to the same question.
I think we're
I
all
think
narcissists.
I think you
Naturally.
start off, yeah, and I think your environment makes you more narcissistic. I think when you get more power, if you're already a narcissist, you just show it more. Kind of like you always say, DeMarcus, money kind of shows who we are. Like when you get power, if I had power and I'm Jarrell and I'm grounded and I love everybody, it would just be me and helping others. But if I'm already have that narcissistic view and I get power, you'll see what I do with it. Like I'll hurt other people instead of helping. It'll be all about me. That's what I think. But
I think that ego, it's that ego, right? It's that, you feed the ego, but you can love yourself without being like all about yourself. I think there's a difference because if you love yourself, right, then you'll do things that will inadvertently take care of you, but take care of others as well. I feel like you could do both at the same time. But I think when people are just consuming themselves totally with self, then now you start to roll down that rabbit hole of like why me, what about me, shouldn't I get this? But when you talk about self-love, to me it's like, damn, you look good. Like you look at yourself in the mirror like, damn, you look good. I'm like, hell yeah, you smart. Like that was a great idea you had. Like it kind of like, to me, the difference in self-love and then like kind of going to that narcissistic egotistic type of mindset is like if you look at any person that can't maintain relationships because of not being able to take accountability. That's like narcissism. That's overly egotistic. But then you can love yourself and have a nonprofit organization that does for people. And yeah, you think very highly of yourself, but you do things for others that inadvertently benefits you as well. But
mhm.
you're not totally thinking about you so much that it's like crab in the bucket mentality. It's not like suffocating the life out of the streams going to others. Like that's part of the human experience. If you can't give to others and love other people, I feel like that's where you starting to get into that red area, which you could turn the boat around. I think, but I think it takes, awareness. Like I do think awareness is important to that side of it.
I think that's real. I think again, it's balance, bro. Like if you love yourself to the point that you're willing to put only your desires and wants, it's not really like your needs at that point, right? but it's only your desire and your want above like anybody who's supposed to mean something to you or something, or just really, I don't necessarily want to say just above people, period, because sometimes somebody might have to take the short end of the stick. That's kind of a different conversation. But if you're doing something that will like really hurt people, I think that's not love, right? Like that's not really self love because you're again choosing like to be the destructive force just to self gratify. And so it's really like a flawed concept that you even think that you really can love yourself at that capacity.
So loving oneself without uh going to the drastic end of being singular.
Like,
I think loving yourself is my bad. Go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying you're not a god, right? Like you might be. I'm not going against like the idea of like we're all one and connecting to God and stuff like that. But until you start doing some like God level stuff, don't treat yourself like a god, right? Like you can love yourself, honor yourself, revere yourself, all of that stuff. But there's still like levels where you have to live in reality and treat other people like that as well too, right? Like it can't only be a singular thing.
And I think that, so to that point, I think you do have to have the understanding of where you are for sure, Nate. I agree. Like you need to know where you are in life, right? You need to, because you can't, there's no way you can advance in life if you don't understand your position as to, whatever your goals are, wherever your family is, how you fit in this equation of, the human experience. But then the other side of it too, like everything that he can do, I can do. Like I can do it. I can't do it right now, but I can do it because he's a human, just like me. Just like how when we used to play, if you playing against a team that's a number one team in the nation, all right, bet. Like a real competitor that loves themselves, that believes in themselves, is willing to bet the house on themselves, is gonna say, "Let's go, let's rock," because we can beat y'all today if we have everything go the way it needs to go and we play the game like it's supposed to be played. Now, is that delusion to some people? I'm 100% sure. But me personally, I actually like that route of delusion because I believe that it gives you inspiration. I feel like it's not inspiring to look at yourself as a lower version of yourself. And we all got low frequencies that we, engage in, whether that be like your language you use, your diet that you have, maybe you somebody do some stuff that, people don't know that you do that kind of brings you down and it may be taking you down. But I think you cannot do as like my old coach used to say, join a team against yourself. It doesn't do you any benefit. You might as well be your biggest cheerleader. You might as well be the person that's on your side the most, because when you do that, sometimes you're gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? It's like the old adage: you shoot for the stars, land on the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think constantly striving to be better is self love. To me, constantly wanting to be the highest version of yourself, because you're not gonna do everything perfect. You're not gonna be at the top of the mountain pretty much most of your life. You can believe you're at the top of the proverbial mountain, but you're never gonna really get to the top. Ever.
When does that become detrimental and delusional though? To go back to the original question, when does that become detrimental and delusional? Is there a defining point to where, okay, now you went too far? Because some of the statements that you made can be used by a person that's trying to gain more love for themselves, and can also be used by a person that's like thinks too much of themselves. Like you said, the good looking statement. Man, you look good today. That's great, right? That's great. That's building. That's great for self-esteem. But the cocky, arrogant, self-absorbed person can say, "Yes, I look good today," in the sense that can't nobody tell me nothing because I'm the best looking person walking.
We don't have to be a part of your self-improvement journey. Like, so to the point of what I'm talking about is, you can say those things about yourself, think that way about yourself, but just because Jay Jones feels that way about himself don't mean he got to keep throwing it at me because that ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. Like I'm on my own journey. Like if that's what builds you up, great. But then once you start to disregard what everybody else got going on, i.e., I ain't got to do this because I'm here. Well, we're a team. Or, hey, you've done nothing for anybody else, and now you totally consuming yourself what you got going on. It's like, bro, like all you're gonna do is you're gonna work against yourself now. Because when you recruit everybody else against you, then now you're gonna have a different issue. I feel like if you don't feed the wolves gonna put you on the menu. Like you gotta do something for the world, or else it's over with. You're not gonna go ahead.
When you identify that though, right? Are you saying like what actual moment in time is that, DeMarcus? Like
That's
how
just like,
you actually identify like that turning point?
yeah, I don't know if we necessarily can, but I'm just saying it's used on both sides of the spectrum. Just like what Kerry was just using. Uh, they have a phrase where people are like, "I'm him." I'm him? Is that
Hell yeah.
self-esteem, or is that a form of cockiness to where it's like, yeah, you him, but you need others too?
Yeah, it's self-esteem, but it's when you stop. It's when you disregard everybody. When I'm him, when I make a play and I get up and I say I'm him, I still have to go to the next play and count on the next man. I still have to count on my teammates. I might have the confidence like, hey, it's fourth down, it's 4th and 1, give me the god doggone ball. Because I'm gonna get the first down. But I still have to count on I still love my offensive line. I still love my quarterback. And I care about them too. But at this moment, I need that mindset to give me the ball, man. Hey, I'm Kobe, I'm Jordan. Give me the goddamn ball and let's win this game. And I think having that is cool until you disregard. I don't
Hey,
need the quarterback. I don't need the O line. No, you need everybody.
Nah.
Or I don't need the people, my coworkers. When I walk in, we win. No, it's still a team game, but I still might have that mindset on certain plays.
And I'm
It's
him and we them. Like it's like it's
Right.
because I'm here, we're them. Like this is
because
how it goes. And if you don't see yourself like that,
everybody,
that's something different. To whereas I think that's why low achievers, what is it? Yeah, low achievers or people that expect lower for themselves and high achievers struggle to coexist. Like
that's
that's where
true.
the struggle comes from because you got the ones that's constantly wanting a high expectation for self, which turns into high expectations for you, which creates a rift. And then you got the low achievers, which they don't really have much they're expected for self, and they're always getting pulled by the high achievers that got these expectations they don't got for themselves. They don't see themselves in that way, and it just creates this rift where
Like
natural attrition kind of works out in group dynamics where like stuff just dies off.
you
Like,
gotta go.
yeah,
You gotta go. Nate and I and Paul, we were driving to Stephenville and we were just talking about how we had to hire and fire people because there's some people who just don't work. They
mm-hmm.
don't want to work. They get jobs and they come in just to do the bare minimum. And
Yeah.
since I've been at my job, my team has been number one. Like, and I when they walk in and I hire them, I say you're going to be on my team. That means the standard is the standard is
Mine,
already here. Like when you
yeah.
walk in here, just know it ain't even gonna be me that's gonna get on your behind. It's gonna be the other people on my team because they've been on my team for 3 years. We've never not been. So it's like you come in here BSing, they're gonna be like, "Who hired this dude? Like, what's up with this dude? Like, why is he doing the bare? We don't." So that's what I said. I think I walk into my job like I'm him, but I still think my team. I talk about my team when they say, "Hey, Terrell's team's number," I'm like, "Yeah, that's because I have great people on my team." But I still think I'm really good at my job too. But I hired you try to hire people better than you. We build the coaching staff for anybody. You want somebody to have different expertise. So you can sometimes I'm him, but sometimes I need you because I don't know what I'm talking about in this, this category. Like, hey, you know about this? Oh, I didn't even know about that.
I
Kerry,
always need you.
when we worked in mental health, we didn't know every diagnosis, but somebody else did. They can teach us. So that's what I mean by like I'm confident, but I know at some points in time I'm like, yo, I don't know about that. Hey, can you help me with this? So you still have to have that balance, like Nate said.
It's a mindset thing, man. Like I think everybody you use football. If the sorriest dude on the team got the mindset that he can go out there and ball on anybody, y'all probably win the natty that year. Like because that's how everybody's gonna play, right? If you go out there and you scared, you like these niggas is big, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done. You probably finna go out there and get treated like Ohio State just did against Ruben Bain. So
Hmm.
you should believe in yourself, right?
Y'all,
Unless you want to look like Alabama against Kirk Signett. So
Yeah.
believe me,
And
it's
then,
real.
and then the other side of it too, man, with this self-love situation versus being cocky or hurting yourself. Like, I just feel like I always tell my daughter, bad things happen to good people. So you can think great of yourself. People can think great of you. You could be doing all the things. You can have a mental that's where it needs to be, and then things don't work out. But why would you want to give any opportunity to anybody, the universe, whatever you want to call it, to be like, all right, I'm not going to achieve my goals. Like, what do you gain from that? Like, how do you? I just never understood that rationale. Like, personally, I never understood that rationale. Like, I'm going to be very excited about my opportunities and about myself, and it's not easy to be that way all the time. I feel like it's hard. Like, you got to really train yourself to be like that, bro. Like, it's not. That's not an easy thing to do, and it's like you
Sometimes,
said, Marcus,
some,
is negatives in a lot of views.
and sometimes you faking it. I
Exactly.
go to work sometimes with a headache and I'm tired because Kyrie kept me up to 4 in the morning and nobody knows. I'm smiling like, hey, let's get to this. Let's save the world. Let's be superheroes. But I'm tired. Like,
All
I'm
right.
like, when they leave the office, I might just say, hey, man, I'm going to close my eyes for 2 seconds. But while my team is there, I'm like, hey, man, y'all know, y'all doing God's work. Y'all superheroes. For our Halloween thing, we put on capes. Like I bought everybody capes, and like I just want people to have that confidence about themselves on my team. So
Um, I'm gonna send y'all a message real quick.
you didn't record.
No, it's recorded.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, don't tell me.
Carries a controversial topic. He
No,
wants
not that
Oh,
one. Not that one. Not that one. Uh,
Does anybody feel like somebody finna rob Kerry because his blurry screen? It's like a shadow every time he move his hands.
my what?
I did.
You got the blurry screen, so when you move your hand, like somebody finna like attack you from behind.
Oh,
I
the
did
blurred
just,
screen. Man, it's
but
mysterious. But
so how much? What's the what we looking
I
like?
just text y'all. I just text y'all.
Yeah, I'm saying what we looking like though on this one.
Uh, 9 minutes.
Okay.
it looked
But
like we probably gonna be wrapping up in 9 minutes because I'm finna have to
but
go.
Oh,
the next topic I kind of wanted to dig into. We can get into it quick. Emotional intelligence in the real world.
And
I'll say this, you know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about earlier about like we brought up Cam Newton and Asante Samuel, two former football players. I said, I'll start with this. Emotional intelligence is one of those things where I think men, and I could target men because I am one. So I just want to start there. I think men, generally speaking, don't do the best with emotional intelligence. I feel like a lot of times we start with our bravado and our egos and things of that nature. And
Define emotional intelligence for people that are lost.
okay, so emotional intelligence by definition. Let's cook this up real quick. I don't want to just kick it off from my top of my head. Emotional intelligence. Brief commercial break.
this commercial was
All
brought
right.
to you
So
by
being emotionally intelligent is when you can recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, and recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others, leading to better self-management, strong relationships, and effective navigation of social situations. So,
In layman's terms, that means
in layman's terms, that means you can take your emotions,
there we go.
recognize and understand those, and thus operate within that frame without having that loss of understanding of what you're feeling. What's the quotations? What's that?
I hope for
and
the language for real. I wanted the people to really understand what you mean.
For real. But I mean, I do think it's a it's a lost art with us. I really do believe that. I think so many guys operate from emotional standpoint that they don't even know they being emotional. Even I say myself, there's been times in my life when my own mama was like, "Do you know that that's an emotional decision you're making?" Like when it comes to my daughter, like the kids is really my kid is what showed me that sometimes I don't quite understand the emotional component of my decision making, right? like I've taken certain jobs and done certain things where I thought it was going to be what was best for her. And I was like, there's no way I'm not going to do this for her. When in turn, it wasn't the most logical decision. But I wasn't able to get past the emotional component that made me make that decision. Right. And I think it takes mentorship. You got to have good men around you. You got to have good women around you. You got to have people that can, tell you the truth and you not take it personally all the time and take it as a personal attack, but take the criticism and be like, okay, like, you could be like, okay, that actually makes sense. Cause I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's not again, so to the point of the football players, Cam Newton, Asante Samuel, Cam Newton, NFL MVP, right?
One
Heisman,
time.
right?
One time.
National champion.
One time.
Asante Samuel.
Two
Asante
times.
Samuel said he's not a game changer on a podcast or something, or some news reporter put a mic in his face, because we like to do that with athletes now after they get done playing because they all got something to say. And he's like, he wasn't a game changer. And this is a personal thing now. I'm gonna say I believe he said that because I think maybe a month or two ago, Asante Samuel, he said something about Darrelle Revis not being a better corner than him, who Darrelle Revis most people would call maybe one of the best shutdown corners ever to play the game, behind Deion, of course. But he said that he was better than Darrelle Revis. And Cam Newton said, nah, bro, hey, you're not quite that. And everybody knows that. That's like everybody, that's common knowledge. But then to go and say what he said, I believe was an emotional response. And now he looking crazy. And my thing is, guys, like when you're talking about emotional intelligence in the real world, I mean, y'all can talk about that, or maybe y'all could say, like, how do y'all feel like it shows up? Where is it an issue? Where is it helping people? Who's got a good grasp on it? Because I don't think enough conversation happens around the EI. You know what I'm saying? People always talk about IQ, like just overall intelligence, but then when you talk about that emotional intelligence, that's a different beast. It's a totally different beast. And I do think that we could use some work as a society.
Yeah, I think to incorporate the younger people, the younger generation, they have a term, crash out, and I think that is a direct definition of not having emotional intelligence. And people crash out because they have gotten to a point to where think straight is all emotion based, and to use the term crash out and for it to even be defined as crash out, like if you look at a crash, most times when you have a crash, like somebody lost control somewhere. I think we lose control of our emotion, and you see people just blank out off of just pure emotions, and it is hard to watch sometimes, especially when I put the charge on men, especially when it's a man.
I wanna not really challenge what you said, DeMarcus, but I just really wanna isolate on like the actual like the use of crash out, especially like with the kids and with a lot of people, because I think you really hit something that's really kind of important. Because I really kind of take a different side of it. I think a lot of people have actual built-in emotional intelligence that makes you even be able to utter the sentence, I'm about to crash out. Because you really were emotionally aware that you were in a heightened state, you pissed off, and I'm probably about to lash out and respond. Now, the development side of things and like needing to like have that ability to really work through it and shit, I'm not going against us like needing to work with that. But I think it really is something that it's already there. Most niggas ain't went to jail because most niggas have been able to say, you know what, I'm not gonna whoop this nigga ass right now. I'm not finna slap this person and I'm gonna walk away. Most niggas don't get shot because you're able to walk away from certain situations with whatever emotional intelligence you actually do have. Right. I think when we talk about like people who really crash out, we didn't see people who really black out and lose control of themselves, right? I think there's actually a much smaller amount of people than what we like kind of try to give credit to, right? I don't think people are just actually out of control. I think people are again dumbasses who choose the wrong thing. Right now, some of that comes with you need more emotional intelligence training and development, But sometimes people like to take the dumb way out. Sometimes
I
people
think
do not
We
stupid
we about to
things.
lose it. We about to lose it, guys. But we're gonna come right back. So let me
they,
send that link out to y'all. We'll come right back.
they say you gotta go.